There he is. Look at that. Williams. I see just from the eyes down. Still got the same lanyard. Is Williams eating any sweets these days? No. All right, we'll get started in just 1 second. I'm waiting for the PD to give me a list of names. Use out hobnobbing around. You got the names for me? We got clients waiting.
Okay, great. Just for now, it's just Barksdale and Burrow.
All right, can I get appearance from the state?
Good morning, Edith Bush with the Office of the State Attorney.
And from the. All right, I'm Orange County Judge Adam McGinnis. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020. Do I scan these or not scan them? Did I used to scan them? Not here, right? Where's the little thing at? There it is, okay. All right, sir, your name?
Burrow, sir.
All right, 2020 CF 41040. You're here on one count of carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, one count of possession of drug paraphernalia. I appoint the public defender. What do you want to tell me, counsel?
We're addressing Burrow?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the drug paraphernalia is concerned, from what I can tell, it just says crack pipe. For the officer, just kind of summarily conclude that is a crack pipe. It doesn't appear that there was a presumptive field test. It doesn't appear. I didn't see any residue discussed.
Thank you. All right, anything from the state?
It just says a glass crack pipe.
Anything from the state? Could you hold it for me?
The state is not going to make.
All right.
In the four corners of the affidavit, it would be reasonable. However, the state's not making.
All right, Mr. Burrow, your lawyer made a probable cause challenge with regards to count 2, possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll go ahead and grant it. The state's not asking for anything. We'll stay your bond at $5,000 on count 1. Do not possess any guns, knives, weapons, ammunition, and the count 2 will ROR you, okay? Thank you. What just happened there? Does that happen before?
No.
All right, your name, sir?
Felipe Francilian.
All right, 2020 MM 303AW, one count of trespass on property after warning. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'll set your bond at $100. Yes. Okay, are we resolving these still? All right, what's the offer?
The offer is 2 days Orange County Jail, 2 days credit time served, no return to the 2 days, abide by all trespass warnings and book.
All right, so the offer, if you want to resolve it, is adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and a no return to the scene. Do you want to accept that offer or walk out of here with your $100 bond?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
No.
Do we do plea forms? Or no plea forms?
I don't think it's required for
Okay. All right, sir, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then your name again?
Felipe Francilian.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding this plea offer?
No, sir.
All right. Do you need to talk to your lawyer before you do it?
No, sir.
All right. You pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right. You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this?
Yes, sir.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your no contest plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days with credit for 2 days. Your costs, I'll give you 360 days to pay, and there'll be a no return to the 2 days where this occurred. Was there anything else, Dave?
And abide by trespass.
All right, and abide by all trespass warnings, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. 30 days to appeal.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Of course, Rudolph.
What happened to Chandler Taylor Moss?
Medical, Your Honor.
Medical? All right, we'll go ahead and roll him to tomorrow. Benedictus is MH. He's been MH before. Will temporarily appoint the public defender on 2020 MM 151AA, 19 MM 4354 AO, 19 MM 5598 AO. It looks like on the first case, we'll set his bond at $100. On a second case, a failure to appear, his bond set at $100. And on his third case, it's mental health pretrial release or ROR. All right. I don't have an add-on bond form.
The 2018 M00780.
What kind of case is it?
It's another trespass.
I'll take no action. How about Matt Love?
Mental health?
All right, I'll temporarily appoint the public defender to represent him. I'll set his bond at $100. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. All right, your name again?
Lacarius Rudolph.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to you. How about Summer Bond?
She's behavior, Your Honor.
All right, 19 CF 9713 AO. We'll go ahead and roll her. All right, sir. You're here in 1999 CF 7776 AO on a violation of probation on one count of possession of cocaine. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hey, you have any snacks in there? The chair fell apart. I grabbed the handle and just fell off. Well, I was going to buy something in there, but she said that... All right, ma'am, your name?
Shaquila Dillon.
All right, you're out on bond on one count of throwing a deadly missile at into an occupied vehicle, one count of criminal mischief in 2020 CF 65AO. You're here today in 2020 CF 4093 AO, one count of aggravated battery. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I will set your bond at $2,000 on the new case. State what's the status of the case that she's out on bond?
This is,
Ms. Dillon.
and information was filed on March 12th.
All right, I'll revoke your release in that case. Let the judge assign in that case determine what a reasonable bond is. And also on your new case, there'll be no contact with John Wright, who's the co-defendant. Thank you.
So what?
You have a question, ma'am?
Yes, so would I be able to bond out today?
Not on the other case that you're already out on bond. When you're out on bond on a case and you commit a new felony,
But that,
and they filed charges on that, I'm going to revoke your release and let the judge on that case determine what a reasonable bond is. So I've appointed a public defender for you. They'll get to work, okay?
oh my God, that wasn't even for me though, it's for my nephew. That other case was for my nephew.
You're listed as the defendant on it, and the state's filed an information on it.
Okay.
All right, good luck. Your name, ma'am?
Tierra Gear.
What happened to Delray Duncan?
He's medical, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll him 24 hours. All right, Tierra Greer, that's you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're out on bond on a possession of oxycodone 19 CF 17162 AO. You're here today in 2020 CF 3375 AO on a robbery charge via arrest warrant. According to this arrest warrant, your bond is set at $10,000 with conditions no contact of any kind with this victim. I'll go ahead and I'll stay your bond. State what's the status of the case that she's out on bond?
The information was filed on March 12th,
All right.
2020, as a possession of cocaine.
All right. All right, I'll revoke your release in that case. Let the judge assign in that case determine what a reasonable bond is for you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what was the case number for the case Your Honor is revoked on?
19 CF 17162 AO.
Can I ask you why would you revoke my bond? Because I don't even know who the person is that I supposedly robbed. That was a false thing.
Well, I didn't revoke your bond in that case. A circuit court judge reviewed an arrest warrant, or an application for an arrest warrant on February 17th, found probable cause, I've reviewed it as well. I don't see any reason to change that. So I set your bond at 10,000. The problem for you is that you're out on bond right now on a felony possession charge from December of last year, and this allegation is to have occurred in February. So if you're out on bond and the state's filed charges on that case and you're alleged to have robbed somebody, I'm inclined to revoke that bond on the drug charge. But your lawyer's here in front of me. He gave him the case number. He'll get to work to get you out of jail on that one, okay?
So I can't go home on home confinement or nothing? I don't have nobody to get my kids.
Yeah, not today, ma'am, no. All right, sir, your name?
Shane Joffrey.
All right, sir, you're here. You got a few cases. The first one is 19 CF 12445AO. It's 2 failure to appear on a burglary of a conveyance and resisting officer without violence. According to this, you failed to appear for pretrial conference on February 19th of this year. Your bond on each one of those is set at no bond. Do you have a lawyer on those cases?
I don't even
All right, you got the public defenders already on those. You're also here in 19 CF 13314AO, 2 failure to appear, burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, 3rd degree, failed to appear for trial management conference on February 26th. Your bond on each one of those is set at no bond. You also have 19 CF 8072AO, 3 failure to appear on a possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, battery, resisting officer. On those, your bond is set at 1,000 on count 1 and ROR on counts 2 and 3, so that you failed to appear for trial management conference on January 9th. You're also here in 2020 CF 4102AO on a grand theft, 3rd degree of a motor vehicle. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 on that case. And you're also here in 20 CT 2277AO on a driving while license suspended. I reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, and I'll set your bond at $100 on that case. I'll point the public defender on both of those cases for you. Thank you. Your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Alexander Glover.
All right, sir, you're out on bond or ROR on 2020 MM 505AO emergency management power curfew. That's from just a week ago. You're also out on bond on a burglary of a conveyance and a petty theft from two weeks ago. And you're also out on bond on a trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. That's from 3 weeks ago. And you're here today in 2020 CF 405AO, burglary of an occupied dwelling and burglary of a conveyance via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond as to each count to be set at initial appearance. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Counsel, what do you want to tell me?
What do you want me to tell them?
Sir, I appointed a lawyer. Oh, no. You can say it. I appointed a lawyer. A lawyer's going to make an argument as to what I should set your bond at. So he's in front of me. He's going to make that argument, try and get you a bond on this case, okay?
Okay.
All right, so just hang tight.
Okay.
No, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. That means hang tight means stay right there.
All right.
Okay, sir, please state your name for the record.
My name, Alexander Glover.
Okay, sir, how long have you lived in the Central Florida area?
Oh, you say what you say?
How long have you lived in the Central Florida area?
I've been staying here for quite a little while.
Okay, how many years?
I said it's been a little while. I don't know. I just been staying here, just.
Okay, but you have to estimate how many years have you lived here in the Central Florida area?
I can't tell you. The only thing I really need though is my driver license, my ID. Every state of Florida ID, my state of Florida driver license, and basically I've been moving on.
Counsel, let's start with PEP-G.
I'm sorry?
It's proof evident presumption great, right?
Yes.
So do you want to make an argument with regards to whether or not I need to find proof evident presumption great? Yeah, isn't he here for burglary with a...
I'm showing it as an occupied.
I'm here for curfew. Curfew. That's it.
Yeah, it's
It's not?
No, that it's on PDF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, keep going. What is the charge? Yeah, but with the state of emergency. Okay, that's why it's at. Oh, got it. Go on.
Sir, will you have a working cell phone if you're releasing the Orange County Jail? Sir?
You have a cell phone?
So I gotta go buy me a phone when I get released. Your Honor, for like I
That's a no.
Yes, spring or whatever.
Sir, if you're released from the Orange County Jail, will you attend all of your future court dates? Sir?
Yeah.
Will you show up to court if I let you out of jail?
Yeah, I show up in court.
Sir, okay, really?
I gotta go get my state of Florida ID. That's it. That's the only thing I need to go get this morning. That's it. And my Social Security. I go to Salvation Army to get my Social Security. That's it. I show up for court though. That's it.
I have nothing further.
All right. What do you want to ask for a bond? He's been arrested once a week for the last 3 weeks.
Your Honor, we'd ask for the standard bond for burglary of dwelling. I believe that's $5,000.
All right. State.
State has no objection to a $5,000 bond as to count one,
All right.
and would ask for a subsidiary bond as to count two. And the state will defer to the court as to the Allen bond.
All right. Based on his history, he's got 5 felony convictions, 7 misdemeanor convictions, 29 unknowns. He's been to DOC once. He's getting arrested once a week right now. I don't have a whole lot of faith that he's going to remain at liberty if he is released. That being said, I will set his bond at $5,000 on count 1 and $150 on count 2. No return to the scene, no contact with the alleged victims. I am going to revoke your release in the 3 cases that you're out on bond, and let the judges assigned to those cases determine what a reasonable bond is, sir. Let them figure out what they think is right if you're out there getting arrested once a week. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, sir, your name?
Large grams.
All right, 2020 CF 4101 AO. Possession of fentanyl, possession of cocaine, possession of methamphetamine, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and I'll go ahead and I'll set count 1 at $2,000, and I'll stay the rest of your bonds for you. Thank you. Your name, sir?
How you doing?
All right, 2012 CF 14732 AO, failure to appear. According to this, failed to appear for a case management conference on February 22nd, 2013. Your bond on that is set at no bond. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Is there any kind of way I can resolve it today, Your Honor?
What is it? No, it's a felony case. We can only resolve certain misdemeanor cases at IAs.
All right.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Silky Johnson.
All right, sir. 20 CF 4115 AO. You're here on 3 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm and 1 count of possession of a firearm and ammo by a convicted felon via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond on each, with bond to be set at initial appearance. I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Counsel, what do you want to tell me?
Sorry, Mr. Johnson, would you please state your name for the record?
Silky Johnson. Silky Johnson.
Sir, Silky Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, how long have you lived in the Central Florida area?
All my life.
Okay, where will you be residing if you're given a bond in this case?
Grand Street, 647.
Okay, and is that in Orlando, Florida?
Yes.
Okay, and you'll have a working cell phone if you're released from the jail?
Yes.
Okay. Now, sir, sir, do you have a passport?
No, sir.
Are you currently out on bond for any other cases?
No, sir.
As far as you know, have you ever failed to appear for court?
Kind of, sort of. I had got it.
I'm sorry, what was that? Okay.
Rescheduled, and I had No.
Okay. Okay, sir. Were you working prior to being arrested in this case?
Yes.
Where were you working?
At a couple places. I was working with Adecco, and I was working with, I think it was Estes. Yeah, Estes.
Okay, so realistically, what kind of a bond do you think you'd be able to afford in this case? We have, what total bond amount do you think you'd be able to afford?
Excuse me?
What do you think you can afford to get out of jail? What can you pay?
I don't have any money right now at the moment, so right now it wasn't like a whole lot of money I wouldn't be able to spend on it because I've been trying to get myself together. So maybe $100,000 bond.
Okay. I got this, brother.
All right. And what do you want to ask for?
Yes.
Your Honor, we'd be asking for a $1,000 bond on counts 1 through 4.
Anything from the state?
The state has no objection. Also would be no contact with victims, no possession of firearms or weapons.
All right. I'll set count 1 at 3,500, count 2 at 150, count 3 at 150, and count 4 at 150. No contact with the alleged victim, and do not possess any guns, knives, weapons, or ammunition, okay?
Okay.
All right, your name, sir?
Prince Edward Williams.
All right, 2020 CF 4092AO, 1 count of grand theft, 3rd degree of an automobile, and 1 count of resisting officer without violence. Review that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, set your bond at $1,500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2.
Sir, so you going up on my bond, sir?
Yeah, you got 16 failure to appears. You got 5 felony convictions, 7 misdemeanor convictions, 16 failure to appears, 21 unknowns. You've been to DOC 1 time. You've been to DOC for violent felony offenses, fleeing and eluding, and your convictions are as recent as 2018. Thank you.
I'm just saying, sir, because I want to resolve the resisting today. I know you can't resolve the GTA.
They're together. So if they're together, then it's considered a felony, and I'm not allowed to do it. If I could, I would, but I'm not allowed to. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Lance Barksdale.
All right, sir, you're out on bond on 2020 CF72AO, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon or causing bodily harm. You're here today in 2020 MM304AW on a battery charge. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Counsel, what do you want to tell me?
As to the case that he's out on bond for?
Well, you put him down as a probable cause challenge.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. I'm not entirely, I don't know what's in front of Your Honor.
Probably the same thing that you read.
Yeah, basically it sounds like an officer spoke to some witness, the victim and some witnesses, and based on what those people told him, he developed probable cause. There are no specific allegations. It doesn't even state the elements.
Sure, state, what do you want to tell me?
Your Honor, within the 4 corners of the affidavit, the officer actually says that he observed the fight. He says, I located 2 male subjects fighting, and then the victim's mother, the 15-year-old victim's mother, said that she wanted to prosecute. Given the 4 corners and the light most favorable to the state would assert that there is probable cause.
All right.
Can I see, I don't know what that, because what's been given to me is about 5 lines long.
Right. It says, I was traveling south on Pine Hills Road through Silver Star Road when I located 2 black male subjects fighting at the mobile gas station at Silver Star Road. Both subjects were later secured on scene. Through investigation, I met with witnesses on scene. While on scene, I was able to make contact with the victim's mother, who advised she was willing to press charges. Based on my investigation, I'm charging Lance Barksdale with battery. So I think there is probable cause. There's not a whole lot here, so I'll reduce your bond from 500 to 100 on this. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond.
Your Honor, I have even less than that. So.
Oh, what did you
I
have?
have is 6 lines.
I think that's all mine is.
Yeah, but mine is only.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mine's 4 lines. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, can we have a no contact?
Oh, no contact with the alleged victim or alleged victim's mother.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good luck. Your name, sir?
Good morning, good afternoon. I can't tell what time it is.
Good morning.
Christopher Pierre, sir.
What happened to Minor Domingo?
How you doing, Judge Domingo?
He's hospital, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, we'll roll Domingo. How about Steve Haddon?
He's behavior.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll him. All right, Christopher Pierre, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you're out on bond on a possession of a firearm by a convicted felon fleeing, attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, discharging a firearm in public, and resisting officer without violence, 19 CF 16226. AO, you're here today in 2020 MM 2375 AO on a petty theft charge. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, set your bond at $250. State, what's the status of the case that he's out on bond?
Information was filed. It was set for trial on March 23rd, but I couldn't find any information as to what occurred on March 23rd.
Okay. Well, that would have been the other day, so I don't think they had court on the 23rd. All right.
The 23rd was last week, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That's correct.
There were no jury trials.
Yeah.
That's correct. So
Yeah.
that's why there is
Right.
no information, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm going to revoke your release in that case. Let the judge assign to that case determine what a reasonable bond is. Do you need that case number of defense?
Hold on, I don't understand that. What are you talking about?
19 CF 16226 AO. When you're
226 AO?
Yeah. When you're out on bond, one of the conditions of being out on bond is that you don't commit any new law offenses.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, you committed, the allegations are that you committed the crime of petty theft from, I thought it was Walmart, but maybe it wasn't. Don't say anything, though. So when you're alleged to have committed a crime while out on bond, that's a violation of your conditions of release from bond, and so your bond gets revoked then. So the judge that's assigned to that case, the felony case, they can decide to just reinstate it. They can decide to give you a new bond, or they can decide just to keep it revoked. So I'm just going to leave it up to them. But at this point, your bond's revoked for them to make a decision. All right, you got a lawyer, and your lawyer's got the case number, so he's going to get to work, talk to that judge, and figure out what to do.
So, if it pleases the court, can this charge be dropped or RR or whatever?
Which one?
This case I'm in here now for.
The new petty theft?
Yes.
Why I didn't ROR you. What did I say? I said it's bond at $250. Yeah, I set your bond at $250 on that case. So I think I reduced it, right? Yeah, it came in at $500. I reduced it to $250 for you.
But I still can't go nowhere because of my previous charge.
Right. Once that gets cleared up, you'll be whatever those conditions are. Those will be the conditions that you would be the conditions of your release.
Your Honor, given that,
Thank you.
given that the newest charge is a misdemeanor petty theft, he didn't violate the conditions of the original bond with a felony, or Your Honor would be inclined to revoke his bond in the 19 CF 16226 and give him a new bond.
I'm going to let the judge that's assigned to that give him a new bond. 'Cause I think his bond on that's already at $15,500 or something like that. So, I mean, at a minimum, I would double it to $30,000, $31,000. So I don't know if he'll get a better deal at that judge.
Excuse me, sir, but I don't understand why even my prior bond is being tampered with. It has nothing to do with this case now. Why would you double that?
Because when you're out on bond, a condition is you can't go commit crimes. So when you get arrested for committing a crime, that's a violation of your release. And so you're no longer entitled to that release. So I'm revoking it. And the judge that's assigned to that case can either reinstate the bond, he can give you a new bond. It's up to them. I don't even know who the judge is on that case. All right? But that's part of it. When you're out on bond, you can't go out and get arrested for new crimes. All right, thank you.
Actually, I mean, Your Honor, be inclined to give him a $30,000 bond today?
No.
Zacchaeus Williams.
All right, what happened to Juan Quezada?
He's behavior.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll him. David Skelly.
He's medical.
All right, we'll roll him. Trayvon Sylvester.
He's also medical.
All right, we'll roll him. Zacchaeus Williams.
That's one.
Yes, sir.
Right here.
That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, give me one quick second. Let me catch up here. All right, so you're out on bond on a grand theft, third degree, 2020 CF24AO. You're here today in 2020 MM302AO on a petty theft charge. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. Appoint the public defender. Set your bond at $250 on that case. State what's the status of the case that he's on the grand theft, third degree. Okay.
Your Honor, I do see that he has some juvenile cases pending for which he's going through competency proceedings.
He's got 31 convictions. He's 18 years old. All right, I'll revoke your release. I'll double it to 1,000. Okay, so I'll give him a bond on that.
So I could leave today?
As long as you can bond out, yes. All right, so your name? Your name, sir?
Andrew Matthews.
All right, Seminole County wants you in case number 193581 MMA on an out-of-county warrant on a failure to appear on a violation of probation on no valid driver's license. According to this warrant, your bond is set at where is it? What's his bond set at? No bond. Oh, there it is. Yeah, bond none. Your bond set at no bond. Seminole County has 24 hours to come pick you up. Although it's my understanding that they're not picking people up. So what we do is we contact the judge in Seminole County, and if they say that it's okay to give you a bond, then we'll give you a bond. If they don't come and pick you up, then we'll just release you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Kinda, yeah.
I know. Yeah, it's all new. So Seminole County typically comes and picks you up in 24 hours. All right. I think what do they have? 72 hours to come get yours. They've got a certain period of time to come get you. My understanding is 24 hours. So if they don't come get you in 24 hours, then we can't hold you. So we'll release you. Right? At some point. So what are we doing now?
Judge Carter is contacting the judge in that county that is over that case. And we have to decide what to do.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to contact the judge that issued this warrant and see what they want to do with your case, and then we'll bring them back and tell them.
Yes.
And then we'll bring you back and tell you what that judge wants to do. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Are you still want to go into second session, or do you want to do the 33-day motions?
What do you want to do, Captain?
If you're ready, we're ready, Your Honor.
Let's keep rolling.
We're just doing courtroom one second session
I don't know. Let's see who shows up.
because it depends on when the victims were told to be.
Oh, yeah. We're not doing DV until after, yeah.
Okay, then I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So your name?
Alexander Cockfield.
All right. I've got Alexander Cockfield with, looks like a felony possession. You got it? You guys ready on him?
Oh, sure. I was Okay, so we're starting the second session right now?
Yeah, courtroom 1, second session. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, we're good to go.
Okay. All right, so you're here in 2020 CF 4113 AO on possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams and possession of drug paraphernalia. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and there he is. I'll set your bond at 250 on count 1 and 100 on count 2, okay?
Okay. That's it?
That's it. See you later. Your name, sir?
Tracy Haynes.
What happened to Jean Aphrodite? Oh, okay. I'll get her name right. What's your name? What's your name, sir?
Tracy Haynes.
Where's Tracy Haynes? Did I give you Tracy? Is it? Did I have it attached? Tracy Haynes. And then I got this. Jean. What's Tracy Haynes here for? I do not have it. Wasn't attached to that one. I didn't accidentally staple it. Yeah. Thank you. Give me one quick second, sir. You're here in 2020 CF 4109 AO, possession of cocaine, tampering with physical evidence, resisting officer without violence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. All right, I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause. I'll set your bond at 500 on count 1 and then subsidiaries on each additional count. Thank you. All right, and then your name?
Aphrodite Jean. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. I knew I got it right the second time. Jean is the last name?
Jean is okay.
You're out on bond on aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, battery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 19 CF 14238 AO. You're here today in 2020 CF 4107 AO, fleeing and eluding the law enforcement officer with lights and sirens. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, set your bond at $3,500 on that count. State what's the status of the case that she's out on bond.
That case is set for trial June 22nd.
All right. And you have Kendall Horween on that case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll revoke your release in that case. Let the judge assign in that case determine what a reasonable bond is. Make sure you contact Mr. Horween and let him know what's going on. All right?
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if, because he told me, because for that one case, April 15th, but Your Honor, I'm in medical school. I have semester starting in 2 days.
Okay. Well, nobody really starts school in 2 days. It's all virtual.
Online, yeah.
Yeah. The public defender that's been appointed on your new case is going to send an email to Mr. Horween today so that he can get to work and get you a bond on that case that you are out on bond on, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to get a message to your lawyer today for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, ma'am, your name?
Amanda Padilla.
What is it?
Amanda Padilla.
What happened to Dustin Jeanson?
Bond.
Bonded?
Yes, sir.
How about Carlos Moreno? Bonded. David Navoa?
Bonded.
Bonded. It's a good street. Amanda Padilla, that's you?
Yes.
Okay. 2020 CF 4108 AO, possession of cocaine, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Reviewed that affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bonds on this case. What did you want to say? Oh, what?
Or they stay the same, or?
Yeah, they're going to stay the same. Hang tight for me real quick. She got 7 priors and 2 failure to appears in an expungement. That's still
Yes, Your Honor.
okay.
The last failure to appear was 2 years ago.
Okay. All right. We'll go ahead, ma'am. We're going to go ahead and ROR you on these cases. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And Your Honor, may we have a no drugs or alcohol?
Do not possess, consume any drugs or alcohol. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Roberts is medical, Your Honor.
Reed Roberts, medical.
And Mr. Taylor is mental health.
What about Miss Taylor? Is she mental health?
Can we pass by Faust for a moment? I'm sorry. We have Mr. Faust, I'm sorry.
Okay. Cody?
It's Mr. Townsend that we need to pass.
Townsend? Okay. All right. Your name, sir?
Cody Faust.
All right, sir. You are here in... you're out on bond in 2020 CF 1984AO, grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. You're here today in 2020, I don't know, CF, what is it? 25447, a DUI. This isn't the guy on Oak Ridge that I read earlier.
And Your Honor, the case number again was?
There is no case number.
I don't think he followed.
I have 20 off 25447. No citation. All right, no case number. You're here on a DUI. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. I'll stay your bond. State what's the status of the case that he's out on bond. All right, I'll take no action on that case that you're out on bond, all right? I think it was 500?
Oh, yeah, thank you, sir.
Oh, it should be 500. Faust is 500.
500
Yeah, they know it.
You said $500 bond?
Yes.
Appreciate that, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, ma'am, your name?
Kimberly Dumont.
All right, so what was the deal with Townsend?
He bonded, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Dumont, you're here in 2020 MM2383AO, one count of battery, one count of resisting officer without violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. And I'll stay your bonds. No contact with the alleged victim, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Frederick Brinton, Your Honor.
All right, 2020 MM2385AO, you're on one kind of trespass after warning. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, set your bond at 100. State, do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. It's notification of guilt, 2 days Orange County Jail, 2 days credit time served, no return to 7-Eleven on West Colonial Drive. And and abide by all trespass warnings and court calls.
You want to accept that offer, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to talk to your lawyer before you do that?
No, I'm fine, Your Honor. No
All right.
contact.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you could be deported for this. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you've ever been convicted of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense by entering this plea today, it could subject you to involuntary civil confinement. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You pleading guilty or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Accept your no contest plea, adjudicates you guilty, sentence you to 2 days of credit for 2 days. Your costs are reduced down to a judgment for you, and there'll be no return to the 7-Eleven on West Colonial Drive where this occurred, and abide by all trespass warnings, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
That's it.
That's it. How about Terry DePozo? We waiting on him?
He's behavior, Your Honor.
Oh, behavior. All right. We'll roll him to tomorrow. How about Samuel Alvarez?
He bonded.
Bonded. That's everybody for session 2, courtroom 1?
Yes, sir.
That's a hour 15 rocket. That's a good rocket. So are we going to do session 1, courtroom 2 now?
We already did that.
We already did that, so all we have left is the DV at noon?
That's it.
Oh. Captain wants to do 33s? All right, 20 CF 1656AO. Peter Antonio Demetria Woods. State, are you ready on these? Okay.
That was actually my case. State filed there was a non-filing on Friday, I believe.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
What division am I? 81? No idea.
That was in 17. That case, oh.
81. And today's the 30th? All right, so we'll go ahead and grant that. How about Peter Antonio Dimitri Woods, 20 CF 1679?
Yes, that was mine too. The state filed a notice of non-filing on Friday as well.
You don't have to do anything. All right. We'll go ahead and grant that. Joseph Lavaglio, 20 CF 2630AO.
And information was filed on March 27th.
All right.
The filing ID is 105539602.
All right, that'll be denied. Camille Vieira Rodriguez, 20 CF 2593AO.
A notice of non-filing was filed on March 27th.
All right, that'll be granted. And then what was this here? This is a 40-day.
That was a 40-day motion in 2020 CF 2103AO.
Yep.
And information was filed on March 27th.
All right.
Filing ID is 105558585.
All right, I don't have an order for this, so we'll go ahead and deny it. No, it's a private attorney's case. Okay, so that's it till noon then with the DVs? That's everything? Okay. Okay. So how do I hang up on these fine gentlemen in courtroom 2? I don't? I just get to look at each other?
Just push the button.
Let me connect to court. Oh, you're going to do it that way.
I'm not sure. How do we do it?
I was going to connect to courtroom 2 so I could just do it simultaneously and not have to do it consecutively.
All right, so you want me to hang up and call you back?
No. I'll try to. Let me see if I don't get interference. Let me try just calling it in. Give me a second.
I'm just following the instructions.
304. I'm sorry. 30423. Can the deputy at the correctional office at the jail put on their headsets and tell me if they can hear me? Sorry, my wires are crossed today.
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
We got it, Your Honor.
All right, and then Madam Interpreter, your name for the record?
Laura Arroyo, State Certified Interpreter.
All right, and have you been sworn in today?
No, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear to interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, Laura Arroyo, State Certified Interpreter.
All right. All right, your name, sir?
Jesus Cebollano.
You are here in case number 2020 CF 4106AO, one count of robbery with a deadly weapon and one count of battery. Reviewed the affidavit, find probable cause. I'll set your bond at $5,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2. No contact with the alleged victim. No contact with Christopher James Burrow. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Thank you. He was the other guy that was hanging out there, his buddy. Your name?
Alperes. Perez.
You are here in case number 2020 CF 4098AO, one count of burglary of a dwelling and one count of resisting officer without violence. I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bonds.
Is this Perez Bamaca?
Yes.
Your Honor, as the probable cause, it appears, the allegations are that Mr. Perez...
Barely hear the prosecutor.
It's the public defender.
Sorry, you're the public defender. I can barely hear them.
That's Bamaca?
What? Try speaking from the table and see if that is any better. There's no reason for you to stand there. There's nobody there next to you.
Sorry, Madam Interpreter, can you hear me now?
Much better, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor, it appears that the allegations for the burglary of the dwelling in this case are that Mr. Perez Bamaca fled a traffic stop. Not a traffic stop, a traffic crash, and then he jumped into someone else's yard. And it appears that while, jumping the fence into someone else's yard would be a trespass, it doesn't appear that there was a crime therein so as to support a burglary of a dwelling, unless the state is going to argue that he continued to resist once he was on the property, and that's the crime within.
Is the fleeing a law enforcement officer a crime?
Not a crime. Not a crime therein once. I personally never seen a burglary. I've never seen a case charged as a burglary where the crime within the curtilage, for example, is resisting an officer without violence.
All right, State.
Your Honor, nonetheless, within the four corners of the affidavit, there was a crime being committed. There was an ongoing crime.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear the prosecutor.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. There was a crime being committed, and it was an ongoing crime at the time that the defendant entered the curtilage of the victim's property.
All right.
Based on that, the state asserts that there is probable cause for burglary of a dwelling.
I do find probable cause. I'll set his bond at $500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. Thank you. Do you have any other names?
I'm sorry, what was that?
PC names?
Yeah.
Okay. Your name, sir?
Marcos Garcia Perez.
Who did I just give you? I thought he bonded. He bonded.
Your Honor, can I have that case number?
What's the case number? CT 2278.
Thank you.
All right. Your name, sir?
Melvin Omar Gonzalez Mendez.
Yes, ma'am.
You are out on bond in case number 2020 CF 3314AO, tampering with physical evidence and possession of drug paraphernalia. You are here today in 2020 CF 4111AO, burglary of a structure and criminal mischief greater than or equal to $1,000. I reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and I'll stay your bonds. State what's the status of the case that it looks like he was ROR'd on that case. Is that a 33-day?
It was ROR'd, yes, Your Honor, and it came in on 3/11. There has not been.
All right. I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond. Thank you. Your name?
Arletis Carrasco Moreno.
All right, ma'am. You were here in case number 2020 MM 2373AO, one count of battery domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Is there anybody here for Arletis Carrasco? All right. Any input from the state with regards to release? Do we have someone?
I believe that
Are you speaking to me?
No. All right. Do you need the Spanish interpreter?
¿Necesita usted una traductora en español?
Yes.
I cannot hear their response. They need to get closer to the microphone. Acérquense al micrófono porque no le oímos.
He says he only speaks Spanish.
¿Solo habla español?
Sí, solo español.
Yes, only Spanish.
Your name, sir?
Dígame su nombre, señor.
Daniel Damaso Hernández Camuira.
I can barely hear him, Your Honor. Señor, tiene que acercarse bastante a ese micrófono. No se le oye.
Daniel Damaso Hernández Camuira.
Tamason Hernández Camuilla.
Camueiras. C de casa. A. M. U. E. I. R. A.
Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
No hay problema.
Sir, you are the alleged victim in this case.
Señor, en este caso usted es la supuesta víctima.
Is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to her release?
¿Acaso hay algo que usted me quisiera contar con respecto a la libertad de ella?
No la escucho bien.
¿Cómo?
La escucho bajito.
No le entiendo. Está demasiado cerca al micrófono. No sale claro. ¿Qué dijo?
Que no escucho lo que me preguntó.
I couldn't hear what you were asking me.
Is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to her release from jail?
¿Acaso hay algo que usted me quisiera contar con respecto a que ella sea puesta en libertad de la cárcel?
Aquí lo escucho muy bajito, no escucho lo que me están preguntando.
I cannot hear very well.
Do you understand the interpreter?
¿Acaso me está entendiendo, señor?
A usted la escucho bajito.
I just hear her very faintly.
She is low.
Well, if he can't hear you and you can't understand him.
Judge, you may have
Yes.
to move the microphone to the display screen where the speaker is. And I think that way they'll be able to hear you better or hear the interpreter.
So, like this? All right, try it now, Madam Interpreter.
¿Me escucha usted mejor ahora, señor?
Sí, ahora sí.
Ah,
Now I can.
perfecto. All right, sir, is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to her release from jail?
¿Acaso tiene usted algo que me quisiera contar con respecto al hecho de que ella sea puesta en libertad de la cárcel?
No, yo no tengo peligro, o sea, no corro por mi vida, no.
¿Cómo?
No llego a golpe, solamente que yo la aguanté, que ella me aguantó, pero no corro peligro, nada.
It wasn't as was said. I grabbed her, she grabbed me, but there were no one hit each other. It wasn't as it's said.
In a second. All right. Do you guys live together?
¿Acaso ustedes viven juntos?
A ver, nosotros nos divorciamos hace un mes, pero hace 4 días fue que yo me fui a otra casa y ella se quedó en mi casa conmigo. Y yo ayer, el domingo, fui a ver a mi un rato.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part. ¿Usted el domingo fue qué?
Que fui a ver a mi nene un ratico, a verlo.
We got divorced about a month ago, and about 4 days ago, I moved out to live somewhere else, and it was on Sunday that I went back to go see my son for a little bit.
So you guys do not live together.
Por lo tanto, ustedes dos ya no viven bajo el mismo techo.
No.
No.
Are you in fear for your safety?
¿Tiene usted temor por su propia seguridad?
No tengo temor.
No, I'm not afraid.
State, do you have any questions? Defense, do you have any questions?
Sir, to clarify, you guys have you guys have how many children together?
Para aclarar, ¿ustedes tienen cuántos hijos en común?
Tenemos solo un niño.
We just have one.
Does your ex-wife, does she financially support the child?
¿Su ex esposa mantiene económicamente a ese menor?
Bueno, entre los dos, sí.
Between the two.
Okay. Does she provide financial support to the child?
¿Acaso ella aporta ayuda económica a este menor?
Sí.
Does she provide
Yes.
care? Does she provide
I'm sorry.
care for the child?
¿Acaso ella provee el cuidado, la guardería de este menor?
No lo entendí. ¿Acaso provee qué?
¿Acaso ella provee el cuidado y guardería del menor?
Oh, claro que sí, lo cuida.
Of course, she takes care of him.
Okay, but you take care of the child as well.
Pero también usted lo cuida.
Oh, sí, claro, los dos.
Now, would it pose?
Oh, yes, the two of us. I'm sorry, counsel, what did you say?
My mistake. Would it pose a hardship if your ex-wife were to remain in jail and if you were solely responsible for watching the child?
¿Sería una carga para usted si su ex esposa se fuera a quedar detenida en la cárcel y por lo tanto sería usted el único que estuviese cuidando y vigilando a su hijo?
Que si sería una carga para mí.
If that would be a hardship for me?
Would it be difficult if your ex-wife were to remain in jail?
¿Se le haría difícil si su ex esposa se quedara en la cárcel?
Sí, porque mi nene la va a extrañar. Pero
Yes, because my child would miss her.
Yeah, sir, do you need to maintain, for the sake of your child, do you need to maintain some sort of contact with your ex-wife regarding who's watching the child, that sort of thing?
I'm sorry, Counsel, your voice drifted away. Could you ask that question again?
Do you need to maintain regular contact with your ex-wife for the sake of the child? For example, to plan out who is going to watch the child at a given time.
¿Usted necesita mantener contacto continuo con su esposa para el cuidado de su hijo? Es decir, para programar con ella el horario y quién va a estar cuidando al menor en qué tiempo?
Oh, sí.
Yes.
And are you fearful of your ex-wife?
¿Usted le tiene temor a su ex esposa?
No.
No.
I have nothing further.
All right, any input from the state?
Your Honor, the state would ask the court to set bond in the amount of $500 or no hostile contact.
Su señoría, pedimos que se fije una fianza de $500 y que esté prohibida tener ningún tipo de contacto hostil con la víctima. Y prohibido la convivencia bajo el mismo techo.
Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, it appears that the alleged victim just came in and he took some issues with some of the discrepancies between his version of the events and what was written in the arrest affidavit. It appears that he may even have recanted, but his testimony today, obviously we can't do a deep dive into the facts, but what he testified to today would make out a battery, it appears that there was some mutual combat going on, if anything. So based on the facts before, Your Honor, the fact that it doesn't appear that the alleged victim is fearful of his ex-wife, we would ask, and that it would pose a hardship if his ex-wife were to remain in jail, we'd ask for straight pretrial release or no hostile contact with the victim or a nominal bond and no hostile contact with the victim.
All right. She does not qualify for pretrial release. I'll set her bond at $250. No hostile contact with the alleged victim. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand, ma'am?
Señora, ya que ya no cualifica para libertad provisional, se le va a fijar fianza de $250. No puede tener ningún tipo de contacto hostil con la víctima, prohibida convivir con la víctima y prohibida la tenencia de armas de fuego o cuchillo. ¿Entendido, señora? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, sir.
Gracias por haber venido, señor.
If you want to ask if anyone needs the services of a Spanish interpreter, to please raise their hand.
Si hay alguien más que requiere el servicio de un intérprete en español, por favor, levante la mano.
All right. I don't see any hands raised. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Your name, sir?
Vladimir Arcado.
All right, sir, you're here in 20 CF 4117 AO, one count of battery, domestic violence, one count of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Any contact with the alleged victim?
No, sir.
All right, any input from the state?
The state would ask the court to set bond as to count two in the amount of $3,500 and count one in the amount of $500. Order the safety conditions of no contact, no return, maintain separate residence, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
All right. Any input from the defense?
No probable cause challenges. I don't have the accused's criminal history in front of me.
It's limited. He's got prior DV arrests, conviction 2018 for DUI. Something out of state, or something else, I'm not sure what it is.
Your Honor, based on the accused's limited criminal history, If I can inquire very briefly. Can I inquire of the?
Sure, it's your client.
Yes, sir?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
would you please state your name for the record?
Vladimir Arkadow.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yes, my name. Vladimir Arkadow.
He has to be sworn in, I guess. Can you be sworn in?
Okay. You want to raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay.
Sir, would you please spell your name for the record? Or excuse me, would you please state your name for the record?
Vladimir Arkadow.
Okay, sir, how long have you lived in the Central Florida area?
You said how long have I been here?
Yes.
I've been here since 2002.
Okay, and prior to being taken into custody, where were you working?
I was working for a company called Mears Transportation. I was a motocross driver there.
Okay, what kind of work do you do?
I'm sorry?
What kind of work do you do? What kind of work is that?
It's a motocross driver. I used to work for a company that's called Mears Transportation. So what they do, I used to work at the airport. It's a motocross driver. It's a driving job. So you take people from the airport to Disney World.
Okay, sir, do you have a passport?
Yes.
Okay, if you're released from the Orange County Jail, would you be willing to give up your passport?
I'm sorry, say that again?
If you are released from the Orange County Jail, would you be willing to give up your passport until the case is concluded?
I don't care about the passport.
Okay. Sir, do you have any reason to leave the country?
I don't think he's going to leave the country. I have no fear.
Okay. Now, sir, you understand that if you miss court, then whatever judge this case is in front of will revoke your bond, and then you'll have to sit in court without a bond until the case is concluded?
If I release you and you miss court, I'm gonna arrest you again. You understand?
I won't miss court.
Okay.
Sir, realistically, what kind of a bond can you afford? For how much cash can you come up with in order to post bond?
Today.
Yeah, how much money do you have?
I don't have much. I just found another job. But can I say something?
Sir, don't discuss the facts of the case.
Okay. Yes, I do.
How much money do you have?
I have about 200 right now. Maybe my family can probably help me out a little bit.
You have nothing further.
All right. Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, we'd ask for $2,500 on count one and nominal bonds on the remaining counts due to his limited history, working history, his ties to the community.
I'll set count one at $100, count two at $1,500. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, weapons, or glasses that you could throw at anybody. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Your name, sir?
Christopher Harden.
What happened to Bernita Burke? Medical?
She's medical.
All right, we'll roll her to tomorrow. Christopher Harden?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
2020 CF, I thought I'd be done by now, but we're trucking along pretty slow. 2020 CF 40480AO, one count of aggravated battery, great bodily harm, one count of battery, domestic violence via arrest warrant. According to this warrant, your bond is set at no bond, with conditions to be modified by the initial appearance judge. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And then your name?
Michael Davis Ball.
Okay. I already got your name, sir.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm sorry. Ma'am, again, one more time, your name?
Michael Davis Ball.
All right. Ma'am, you're the alleged victim in this case. Is there anything that you want to tell me? Anything you think I should consider in determining conditions of his release?
That he tried to kill me. He pulled the steering wheel while I was driving. I would love a permanent no contact order. His mother is constantly trying to contact me, so they're using he's using other people to contact me. So I would like a no contact order, please.
Okay. Let me explain something to you, and it's for everybody else that's here in a similar situation to yours. Everybody who gets arrested for domestic violence comes in at a no bond. One of the purposes of today's hearing is to determine conditions of his release and everybody else's release. All right. As the alleged victim, you're entitled to input. Some of the things that we're going to consider is whether or not, if they qualify for a bond, how much that bond is going to be, whether or not contact is appropriate, not appropriate, or some form of limited contact is appropriate, such as no hostile contact, whether or not, if you guys live together, if you should maintain a separate residence, whether or not drugs or alcohol are a problem, whether or not they should be precluded from possessing any sort of guns, knives, or weapons, any number of things. Everybody's situation is a little different. So that being said, you told me that obviously you want a no contact order.
Permanent, please,
Okay.
no contact order.
So I cannot issue a permanent no contact order, but what I can issue is a no contact order for the duration of this case. Now, with regards to his mother or someone else that may be contacting you, I can't issue any kind of no contact order against them, but if this gentleman is going through them to contact you, that would be obviously a violation. But if his mother wants to contact you, that is outside of the scope of this. Now, do you guys live together?
He lives in the garage. I stay in the house.
Okay.
From my information, that was all with my mother. I didn't receive any money as far as like rent and stuff like that.
I just want to know if you guys live together. So you guys live at the same house, just in different rooms, areas of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, State, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any input from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would ask the court to set bond as to count 1 in the amount of $5,000. Count 2 as a subsidiary at $100. Order no contact with the victim or witnesses. Maintain separate residence, even though they live in the same location. The state would ask that it be a separate residence order, possess no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
All right. Any input from the defense attorney?
If I can take some brief testimony from.
Sure. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. You put your hand up.
Mr. Hart, how long have you lived in the Central Florida area?
All my life.
Okay. Do you have any family here?
Yes, sir.
Which family members?
Oh, I don't know if I have any family in the courtroom, but.
I know, but I mean.
Just in the area.
Yeah, in the area.
Oh, moms, dad, grandparents, ancestors, all that.
Okay, sir, what kind of work do you typically do?
I'm a grade labor, low operator, but now I'm rolling over to be an electrician. I just finished my school trade for electrician. So.
Okay, I'm sorry, what company was it that you worked for?
Orlando Construction, school trade, rolling over with the electrician upon Hemco Electricians and DNS Services. It's 2 companies.
Okay, so realistically, what kind of a bond amount? How much cash do you come up with? Would you be able to come up with in order to?
Whatever y'all need.
Bond in this case.
Whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
Not that outrageous amount though, but you know, like you know what I'm saying.
$1 million, $2 million.
Nah, like the last guy, hopefully.
The last guy didn't have any priors. You got 6 failure to appears.
Yeah.
20-something convictions, prior convictions for battery on a law enforcement officer, and then your allegations are a little different than his. So I don't know if you're going to get his bond, but you will get a bond today.
Those like LTAs was like Wayland, Calhoun County, like Tallahassee and stuff. I never missed court off no appearance. Like I'm gonna miss court. No, I'm actually at the point in my life where I was doing better with my loved one, with my lady. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy how the disagreement it came out to be like this right now. So I just wanted to get out, set my bond, go over there with the police to get my clothes and move to my mom, and go back to work tomorrow.
All right. Sometimes that happens when you start asking them questions. All right. Any input from the defense?
There you are.
Okay. All right, sir. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the scene. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Now, that being said, she says that you guys live in the same house, just in different areas of the house.
Yeah.
Do you need to go back there to get anything?
Yeah, when I get out, I'm gonna call. The police told me to call the police to go over there with the police. That's why my mom asked her for my clothes, so she said she's gonna wait till I get out and all that stuff.
Don't worry about it. You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve whatever belongings you need to get, okay?
All right, I still love her, but it's just the fact that just don't make no sense.
All right, good luck. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
So after everything's said and done, how can I get a permanent no contact order?
So you could go down to the clerk's office at the courthouse on the 3rd floor, and you can apply for an injunction down there. Okay.
Because I already have a temporary.
Okay.
So
I have nothing to do with the injunctions. The only I am limited to this case to that 2 minutes that you just saw. I'm not the judge assigned to the case. You'll never see me again on this case, hopefully. So if you're looking for a permanent injunction, you need to go down to the clerk's office at the courthouse and apply. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so there's going to be, he's not allowed to contact me at all, right? And as far as using other people to contact me.
Right, he can't use third-party people. Yeah.
Please, okay. Already, because he was still trying to contact me through like other people, you know? So I just want to make
If he does, contact the state attorney's office.
I'm sorry, sir?
If he does, contact the state attorney's office.
Okay, that number is listed in the injunction and things like that?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
All right, sir, your name?
Craig and Shaw.
What happened to Hal Pan?
I have it right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're Crenshaw. Oh, I'm sorry. There he is. All right, 20 CF 4118 AO, one count of kidnapping, false imprisonment of an adult, one count of sexual battery 18 years on an individual 18 years of age or older, one count of battery, one count of obstructing justice, tampering, and a felony first-degree proceeding. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender, and then, ma'am, your name?
Kirsten Henshaw.
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to this situation? Were you paying attention when I gave the instructions to the woman before you?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell me, ma'am?
We do live together. We're married. I don't fear him.
I don't fear her.
This is alcohol. I mean, he was drinking and stuff like that.
All right, so you guys live together?
Yes.
Are you in fear for your safety?
No, and I do want to state as well, he has a 6-year-old son that he has full custody of. He's the only provider for him.
Okay. And you want him to come home?
Yeah.
All right. Drugs or alcohol? It sounded like he was under the influence when this happened. That's an issue?
Yeah, and he drinks rarely. It's slim to never. The last time that we had a domestic dispute, it was alcohol involved as well. He does have like anger issues that he needs to figure out how to get help for. But like I said, it's alcohol related.
Okay. All right, State, do you have any questions for her?
Yes, sir. And
Yes.
how long have you been together with Mr. Crenshaw?
We've been married almost 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
And you were a victim in a prior case, is that correct, in 2018?
Correct.
And was alcohol involved in that matter as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are aware that he has, even prior to that 2019 case, was a different victim of domestic violence?
I'm aware of one that he was a victim of, not that he was.
And did you say that you don't have children?
He has a 6-year-old son. Before me and him were married, I was the caretaker of his son. He had like split custody, and so it was him, and then I would take care of him as well for the mother because she didn't ever take care of him, even though they had split custody. So his son calls me mommy. Yeah. Yes, and he has full custody.
Any questions from the defense?
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right. Any input from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on the facts of this case, based on the fact that this victim has been a victim previously, the state is going to ask at this time that the court issue a no contact order and maintain separate residence, possess no weapons, firearms, or ammunition, and possess, consume no alcohol or controlled substances without a valid prescription.
And as to bond?
And as to bond, the state would ask that on count 1, bond be set at $10,000. Count 2, bond be set at $500. Counts 3 and 4, bond be set at $100.
All right. Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, we'd ask for, the actual bond amounts are about in line with the county schedule. However, as far as the alleged victim came in this morning and basically explained that she does want to have some non-hostile contact. Additionally, she came in and she stated that at this point in time she's not fearful of the victim, and he only gets like this, or he only acts in this fashion when
I have mental health problems.
Alcohol involved. So we just ask that Your Honor allow non-hostile contact between the two of them, and allow the two of them to, and allow Mr. Henshaw and the alleged victim to maintain the same residence.
All right. I'll set your bond at $7,500 on count 1, 150 on count 2, 100 on 3, 100 on 4. I'm going to issue no hostile contact. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental health abuse, verbal abuse, anything of that nature. I am going to maintain a separate residence at this point in time, just to give you guys a little cooling off period. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons, and do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you need to go back to the house for any reason in the interim?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings. You have a public defender that's been appointed, so he can apply to the judge that's assigned to the case to get that separate residence removed, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sir, one more thing, Your Honor. Like I said, like she said, I have a 6-year-old son. I don't know where his whereabouts is right now, but can you please just tell her to find him and just hold him until we figure out.
Do you know where his 6-year-old son is? Yeah, she knows where he's at.
Can you still please go get him and take care of him? Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you for being here, ma'am.
I didn't hear what he said.
Just for you to hold on to him.
Okay, so you get me.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Your name?
Hao Pan. Good afternoon.
All right, sir. 20 CF 4119AO. You're on one count of sexual battery not likely to cause injury and one count of battery by strangulation, dating violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any contact? All right. All right, ma'am, your name?
My name is Hao Pan.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yan. Hi.
All right. Is there anything that you want to tell me?
I already told everything 2 days ago.
Well, I wasn't there, so if there's anything that you want me to consider today, you need to tell me so that I can have an opportunity to consider it.
Okay, he and me was were boyfriend, girlfriend, and we tried to get back. And he came to my house 2 days ago, tried to force me to have sex with him.
Let me ask you this. Do you guys live together?
No.
Okay. Do you want to have contact with him?
No.
Are you in fear for your safety from him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are drugs and alcohol a problem?
No.
Okay. All right. State, do you have any questions for her? Defense, do you have any questions for her?
No, Jen.
All right. State, any input with regards to release?
Yes, Your Honor, as to count 1, the state would ask the court to set bond at $10,000. As to count 2, set bond at $150. Order the standard safety conditions, including no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
Any input from the defense?
I don't have Mr. Howe's criminal history in front of me.
There isn't any.
Your Honor, in light of the fact that the accused at this point doesn't have any criminal history, Defense is obviously fine with no contact. However, as far as the bond amount is concerned, I would like to take some testimony from Mr. Khan regarding his ability to post bond and his ability to attend court.
All right, sir, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yeah.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Hao Pan?
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, would you please state your name for the record?
He did.
My name is Hao Pan.
Okay. And sir, how long have you lived here in the Central Florida area?
It's been 3.5 years.
Okay. And do you have any family here in the Central Florida area?
No.
Okay. Do you have any reason to leave Orange County or the state of Florida?
No.
Are you working currently?
No. I'm currently a full-time student.
When is the last time you worked?
The last time I worked is for Chuanlu Garden last year.
Okay. Realistically, what kind of a bond? How much money do you think you'd be able to put up for a bond?
Sir, can I say something here?
Understand that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. A lot of times the defense attorneys don't necessarily ask you questions in this hearing because of something that you might say. You're free to say whatever you want to say, but your lawyer might give you some other advice.
And sir, don't talk about the facts of the case. Don't talk about what they're accusing you of. Don't talk about the alleged victim or anything that may have ever happened between you guys. I just want to know how much money, how much cash.
I'm still a student, so lower is better.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Lower is better. Everybody believes that.
Yes, but sir, if there's is there a specific amount of money that you have that you'd be able to put up?
Lower than 500. That's the biggest money I can pay right now.
Okay, I have nothing further.
All right. Any input from the defense?
Actually, the state would like to question Mr. Pond.
Okay.
Mr. Pond, are you here as a student? Is that why you're living here?
Yes.
And so is Central Florida your permanent residence?
I'm not a permanent resident here.
Okay, so once you complete your studies, you will not be living in Central Florida?
No.
And Mr. Pond, do you have any family or relatives, whether here or in your country, that can assist you with bond?
No, but I have friend can help me with it.
Do you have friends that you can reach out to assist you with bond?
She can loan me some money.
Okay, and do you have any bank accounts?
Yes, I have.
And do you have a checking account?
Yes.
Do you have a savings account?
No.
And I know that you would like to get as low a bond as possible, but do you have means of accessing funds through your friends or family to come up with whatever premium on the bond might be charged?
Maybe no.
Okay, and usually the premium is about 10% of whatever bond amount is set, correct?
Okay.
I have no further questions, sir.
How much money do you have in your checking account?
Right now around 7 to 1,000.
And how do you pay your bills each month?
Right now I just pay with my credit card and waiting for the end of April, my family gonna transfer some money for me.
How much money is your family gonna send you?
The tuition plus the life pay.
How much is that?
Around 10,000.
Okay. All right. Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, given his lack of criminal history, it doesn't appear that there will be any issue with Mr. Pond appearing for court. We'd ask for $5,000 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2.
All right. All right, I'll set count 1 at $10,000, count 2 at $150. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, and do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, in this instance, the state is going to ask the court to ask him to surrender his passport.
All right, do you have a passport?
Yes.
I'll give you 48 hours from your release to surrender your passport to law enforcement, okay?
Yeah, sure. So
All right,
where I surrender my passport?
Was this, was it Winter Park? Where did this occur at?
Oh, he was surrendered to the
Orlando Police Department. That's who arrested you. So you can hand it over to them for safekeeping, and then they'll return it to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here, man. Your name, sir?
Wayne Charles Spinrad.
All right, 2020 CF 4105AO, one count of aggravated assault, domestic. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Ma'am, your name?
Bonita Okanduel.
All right, ma'am. Is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to this, his release? Is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to his release?
Yes, I want to withdraw my complaint.
All right. Do you guys live together?
Yes, sir.
Do you want him to come home?
Yes.
Are you in fear for your safety?
No.
Are drugs or alcohol a problem?
It's just alcohol.
Okay. All right. State, do you have any questions for her? All right. Defense, do you have any questions for her?
Just very briefly, ma'am. Do you guys have any children together?
No, this is my stepson.
No. Okay. Sorry.
I mean, you could. You never know, right?
Does he help pay the bills?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Does he help pay the bills?
Before he's not working, but now he's working and he help a little bit for her.
Okay. So if he did not continue to provide financial support, then it would be difficult for you guys to make ends meet.
Well, he helped a little because he just started his job.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago.
Are you fine returning to the home? Are you fine with him returning to the home?
Yes.
I have nothing further.
All right. Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, we just asked for, I don't know if this gentleman qualifies for
He does.
pretrial release. He does. We'd ask for a straight pretrial release, no hostile contact with the victim.
All right. Any input from the state?
The state would ask for a bond of $500. And if the court is inclined to do pretrial release, the state would ask for random error analysis.
Okay. All right, so you have two options. I don't know if they've been explained to you. You qualify for a program called pretrial release. It's similar to probation. You'd be released and you would be monitored. While on that program, you'd have to check in, but you wouldn't have to post any money to get released. And the alternative, you could post a $500 bond. The conditions would be the same. The only difference is that in one, you post a bond and then you're self-regulated. And then the other one, you wouldn't have to post $500, but you would have to check into pretrial release every month. Would you prefer the pretrial release or the monetary bond?
I would do the monetary bond.
Okay. I'll set your bond at $500. No hostile contact with the alleged victim. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, anything of that nature. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. And do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, your name?
Diane Filata.
All right. And then, sir, your name?
I was like, who's that?
James Filata.
All right. All right. This is Diane and James Filata, Mutual Combat. All right. Understand, ma'am, I'm going to ask you the questions first. And then I'm going to ask you the questions next, Mr. Filata. You're both here on one count of battery domestic violence. All right, I've reviewed the allegations. I find probable cause in each case. That being said, Mr. Filata, you are the alleged victim in Mrs. Filata's case, and Ms. Filata, you are the alleged victim in his case. All right. Now understand that as a defendant, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case. But as the alleged victim, you're entitled to provide input with regards to release of the other individual. So, Mr. Filata, you are the alleged victim, and Ms. Filata, without making any kind of admissions, do you want to have contact with her if she gets released?
Yes.
Do you guys live together?
Yes. Well,
Do you want her to... I'm sorry?
We're actually visiting from Huntsville, Alabama. We don't live
Right,
here.
I see that.
And I had come here for a job, and because of what's going on, it fell through. So we were actually going to be leaving this weekend, so I can go back and work in Huntsville. This was just an unfortunate accident. I had tripped, and see, in the bedroom we're staying, they have tile, and she was on the bed, and I tripped, and as I did, sorry. I'm sorry.
Remember, don't talk about the facts of the case.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So stick to just answering the questions.
Yes,
So do you guys live together?
Yes, we're staying at my nephew's house.
All right. I don't need to know where you're staying. I just want to know if you guys live together. Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
Do you want her to come home?
Yes.
Are you in fear for your safety?
No.
Are drugs or alcohol a problem?
No.
All right. Ms. Filata, the same questions to you. Do you want to have contact?
Yes.
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
Do you want him to come home?
Yes.
Are you in fear for your safety?
No.
Are drugs or alcohol a problem?
No.
All right. If they go to Alabama, would they still qualify? Okay. All right. Any questions from the state for either?
No.
Any questions from the defense for either?
Just very briefly, because both of you guys are in jail, would it be difficult? I would imagine that it would be difficult to have someone on the outside coordinate bonds. Would that be difficult?
You guys qualify for a program called pretrial release, where I can release you without you having to post a monetary bond.
Okay.
Or I can give you guys each a bond in the range of $500. Would you prefer to post the $500 bond, or would you prefer to be released on the pretrial release program?
The pretrial release program.
Me too.
Okay. All right. Any input from the defense?
Your Honor, we'd ask for a straight pretrial release, no hostile contact.
All right. All right. I'll give you guys each pretrial release. There'll be no hostile contact. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Does that mean we can have contact with each other then?
As long as you're not hitting each other, yelling at each other, arguing, belittling, or anything of that nature.
No problem, sir.
All right. Any questions, ma'am?
No.
All right. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Orion Francis Cheney.
All right, 2020 MM2369AO. You're here on one count of battery, dating, violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any contact with the alleged victim? Any input from the state?
The state would recommend $500, no contact with the victim, using separate residence, no weapons, firearms, or anything.
Any input from the defense?
I don't know if the accused qualifies for pretrial release.
He doesn't. Plus, without her here saying it's okay, I'm not inclined to do it.
I'm not sure what the accused have any criminal history.
Yeah, prior battery DV. Same victim.
We defer to the court.
All right. Set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the scene. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you. Your name, ma'am?
Ebony Perry.
All right, ma'am. 2020 MM 2381AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any contact with the alleged victim? Any input from the state?
The state would recommend $500 no contact, maintain separate residence, no weapons or
All right. Just so the defense is aware, 1 felony conviction, 1 misdemeanor conviction, 2 failure to appears, although they're old. Most recent conviction was about 5 years ago. She got prior DV history, ag assault DV, battery DV. Any input from the defense?
Defense would defer to the court.
All right. All right, we'll set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the scene. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, can she be given a one-time return of law enforcement?
All right, Ms. Perry? I think it was Perry, right? What was her name? Yeah. Do you need to go back for any reason
Go back where, sir?
to where this occurred? You guys live together?
No, it's my house.
Where does he live?
He lives with his sister.
Okay. Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, your name, sir?
Alante Rogers.
20. I'm sorry?
Oh, sir, what did he say his name was?
Alante Rogers.
Rogers? Okay.
Yep. 2020 MM 2378AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit. Found probable cause. Point the public defender. Any contact with the alleged victim?
Yes.
And let's see. Girlfriend. They live together. Is that it?
Yes, they did
Oh.
say whether.
Okay. All right. Any input from the state?
The state would recommend a bond of $500, no contact with the victim, maintain separate residence, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition. I see from the history that there are out-of-state convictions, assault, battery, ×2.
Yeah. His last conviction was September of 18. He's got 2 assault battery convictions, petty theft, larceny, 2 possession of marijuana, and then he's got arrest for, I don't know, unlawful use of an animal vehicle. Does that sound right?
A what?
I don't know, Virginia, where you're riding a horse down the street?
Oh no. It might be a vehicle. I don't think it was. Yeah, probably.
Okay, it says animal vehicle. I don't know. They must do things differently in Virginia. Any input from the defense?
I heard that pretrial release has some contact with Mr. Rogers. I didn't hear about what was the extent of that contact?
The victim is the girlfriend, and the victim and the defendant live together.
Okay. Okay. So I guess he's not eligible for pretrial release then, right?
Yeah, but not with her here. I'm not inclined.
Understood. Defense would defer to the court.
All right, sir, I'll set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the scene. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you need to go back for any reason?
Yes, sir. Just to pick up my belongings.
Yeah. You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings.
All right. Perfect. That sounds fine.
All right, stay in contact with your lawyer. The alleged victim's not here today, so I can't make any changes to that no contact order, but if your lawyer thinks that they can do something for you, they will, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, your name?
Chevelle Shepard.
2020 MM 2365AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender, and then your name?
Marcus Wood.
All right, sir, is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to this situation?
It was just a big misunderstanding and blown out of proportion.
Do you guys live?
My son really misses her.
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
Okay. And are you in fear for your safety?
No.
Do you want her to come home?
Yes.
All right. State, do you have any questions for him?
No.
No.
All right. Defense, any questions?
Very briefly, sir, does the defendant help with the bills?
Yes. We share equally.
Okay. And does she help with childcare as well?
Yes.
Okay, and so if she would remain in jail, I would imagine that it would pose a hardship for you in terms of making ends meet, that sort of thing? Yes?
It's been a strain getting here, trying to get somebody to watch him. Stuff.
I got brother.
All right. All right, ma'am, you qualify for pretrial release, which means you can be released without having to post any money, or you could post a monetary bond. I'll get some input from the lawyers with regards to that. State, any input with regards to release?
The state would recommend schedule bond of $500, no hostile contact, no weapons.
Any input from the defense?
Defense would ask for a pretrial release with no hostile contact. The alleged victim is here, stating that he doesn't fear the victim. She helps out with child care and paying the bills, and that by the alleged victim's own words, this was a big misunderstanding. So we'd be asking for either a monetary bond of $500 or, in the alternative, straight pretrial release with no hostile contact.
Ma'am, do you want to pay the $500 bond, or do you want to be released without having to post the bond and then be monitored similar to probation?
With the probation, how does that go? Like, do I have to
You just have to check in. You've got a below average risk score, but it's DV, so is it in person once a month?
We're not doing it in person.
Just yeah, you just got to phone in once a month and make sure that you're not committing crimes or doing anything illegal. You want to do that?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
take that.
All right, we'll give you pretrial release, no hostile contact. No hostile contact, sir, means no physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, anything of that nature. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Dixon Silvera.
All right, 2020 MM2374AO, one count of battery, dating, violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, appoint the public defender. Ma'am, your name?
Faith Warrington?
All right, ma'am, is there anything that you want to tell me with regards to this situation?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to let you guys know that today we actually mark a year of us being together, and this is the first time that anything like this has ever happened. I believe that it was my fault because I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to get him to like calm down, and I was trying to calm him down, but when I was trying to do that, I was making him even more angry. So I feel like in a way I provoked him to do, to knock me down, but.
Do you guys live together?
His address is posted on my address is on his ID.
I just want to know if you guys live together.
It's on and off. He stays with me primarily, but he goes in between houses.
All right, so he has his own house?
Yes, for the most part, sir.
Okay. And do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, sir.
Are you in fear for your safety?
No, sir, not
All
at
right.
all.
State, do you have any questions for her?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any questions for her?
No, Judge.
Any input from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would recommend a bond of $500. Would ask the court to order no hostile contact in this instance, based on the victim's testimony, and no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
All right. He also qualifies for pretrial release, too.
Yes, Your Honor, based on the victim's testimony that she doesn't fear the defendant and that she's fine with continuing to have contact with the defendant, we'd ask for pretrial release with no hostile contact.
All right, sir, you can either post a $500 bond or you can be released through the pretrial release. What would you prefer?
Pre-trial release, sir.
All right, we'll give you the pretrial release. No hostile contact with the alleged victim. No hostile contact means no physical abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Thank you for being here, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I don't even know how many times I've done it. Good afternoon. Your name?
Good afternoon.
Your name?
Joanne Valentin.
All right. Ma'am, you're here in 2020 MM2376AO, one count of battery, domestic violence. Reviewed the affidavit, found probable cause, point to public defender. Any contact with the alleged victim?
Yes.
And did we get any input from him? Nothing? Okay. Any input from the state?
The state would recommend a bond of $500. Ask the court to order no contact, no weapons, maintain separate.
Any input from the defense? I'm sorry?
defer the court.
Okay. All right, I'll set your bond at $250. No contact with the alleged victim, no return to the scene. Maintain separate residence, do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. You understand, ma'am?
I have a question.
Sure.
I have some things still that belongs to me.
You can return once with the assistance of law enforcement to retrieve your belongings, okay?
All right,
thank you. Yeah. You know, I haven't had caffeine in almost 3 months. I haven't had a soda in 9 months. Can you tell? All right, sir. Your name?
John Wright.
All right, sir. 2020 MM 2368AO. One count of battery, domestic violence. Review the affidavit, found probable cause, point the public defender. Any input from the, or any contact? All right, any input from the state?
State would ask for $500 bond, maintain separate residence, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition.
Any input from the defense?
Have to defer the court.
All right. It's got 6 felony convictions, 5 misdemeanor convictions, 70 unknowns. All right, I'll set your bond at $500. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the scene. Maintain separate residence. Do not possess any guns, knives, or weapons. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. That's everybody, everything. Great job. See you guys in October. October.